Just before I start this video, if you guys would like to take part in my subscriber showcase drag battles, all you gotta do is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and have me added on Xbox. My gamer tag is Ericship, and all the information will be posted on my activity feeds, and I hope to see you guys there. Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and welcome back to finally another episode of our Hot Lap battles. Now, I know I haven't done one of these in a while, and that is because all of my other series on my channel have been such a joy to create that I've somewhat neglected this series, but don't worry, it's back. Make sure to hit the like button, that would really help me out. And today we are going to be showcasing the Ferrari F50 GT. Now, in this episode, we will be comparing the F50 GT against the top 3 fastest cars that have gone around our test track, and that is the Ultima Evolution 1020, the Koenigsegg 1-1, and the Ferrari FXX. So looking at the stats given by Forza Horizon 3, we can see that both the FXX and the Ultima are classed at S2 998, while the 1-1 drops slightly at S2 993, and the Ferrari F50 GT is rated at the lowest at S2 990. Now, looking at the stats individually, all the cars share very similar figures, with all their braking being rated at 10, but the 1-1 does have the worst handling out of the lot, and the FXX possesses the lowest top speed. Looking at the real performance figures, all cars sport a mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout. The FXX, Ultima and Koenigsegg all push over 1,000 brake horsepower, while the F50 GT only puts out 750. The F50 GT also makes the least amount of torque, with the second lowest being the FXX, making nearly double that amount. However, the F50 GT does weigh the least here by at least 100 pounds next to the Ultima, and nearly 1,000 compared to the FXX and the Koenigsegg 1-1. So apart from the F50 GT, the other 3 modern hypercars have already done an impressions lap. They are simply here as a benchmark tool for the F50 GT to beat. However, if you would like to see their impressions lap, I will put a link down in the description below, so make sure to check them out. So with the top 3 fastest hot lap cars in our leaderboards, featuring over 50 of the fastest cars in Forza Horizon 3, will the Ferrari F50 GT become the fastest car around our hot lap? Well, let's find out after the impressions lap. Okay, so I'm in the Ferrari F50 GT right now, and right off the line there was a bit of wheel spin, but I was able to control it because I have driven the F50 GT so many times in Forza Horizon 3 that I know how to somewhat feather the throttle, and coming into that first corner just then, it felt really good. And going into the straight, of course, the speed that it carries through is quite immense for a car that has that massive rear wing at the end, almost hitting nearly 200 miles per hour. And when it comes to the corners, now this car is a little bit special because it revs so high. The gears somewhat feel quite long, so when I'm entering a corner, it may seem that I am just cruising through the corners, but by all means I am not, because this car weighs only 909 kilograms or 2,000 pounds. If I feather the throttle any harder, I will be wheel spinning, thus causing me to lose traction, giving me a slower lap time. The only downside that I feel with the F50 GT is that it doesn't turn sharp enough, which means for me I have to control how much throttle I'm putting in, because sometimes I might have the urge to want to cut the corners a little bit sharper by accelerating the throttle a little bit, but it just doesn't work that way with the F50 GT. But anyways, I will now show you guys the hot lap, and then after we'll compare it with the 3 fastest cars that are on our hot lap leaderboards. Now that we have seen the Ferrari F50 GT go around our test track, it's now time to compare it against 3 of the fastest modern hypercars to see if the Ferrari F50 GT can be the fastest car around our test track. Let's find out. While the Ferrari F50 GT may have not been successful in defeating any of these 3 modern hypercars, it does however rank itself in 4th position in our overall hot lap leaderboards, defeating cars like the Pagani Huayra BC, the entire Holy Trinity, and more importantly, track-focused cars such as the Pagani Zonda R and Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this returning episode of my hot lap battles. There will be a lot more coming in the following weeks, so make sure you guys stay tuned to my channel. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to click the thumbs up, and if you would like to see more Forza Horizon 3 content done by me, make sure to subscribe here as well, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.